I'm back with a playthrough of Finspan. Let's do it. Hey, I'm Will. This is Carbermet. I know it's been quite a while since I put out any content, but I am back. We're back. We're going to be doing lots more playthroughs, more reviews, more lists, lots of great content. Maybe we'll get some guests on here, probably some of the usual suspects. Can't get into all the reasons why I have not been doing videos regularly lately, but I'm hoping to be able to do a lot more now that I've got a little more free time, and I'm just kind of in a better place to do this. So, as usual, we are going to be doing a playthrough of the new Finspan by Stonemaier Games, designed by David Gordon and Michael O'Connell. So this is kind of a pseudo-sequel to Wingspan, which is the Elizabeth Hargrave, also Stonemaier published board game, where you are, in that game, you are collecting birds, essentially, and building a engine building tableau, which means that you are building out rows of birds that have special powers, that to have different abilities that improve your game. And this is their new Finspan. So, Finspan, fin as in fish fins, I guess. There was previously a Wyrmspan, and I'll get into some more comparisons at the end of the video when I do my review. But for now, we're going to be doing a full playthrough. I'll kind of walk you through the rules as I play, so you get a good feel of how the game plays and what the rules are. I'll try to speak out the individual rules as I do them, so you can pretty much learn by following along, although this is not specifically a tutorial video. We are going to be doing a solo game on the level 4 difficulty, and I'll go over some, again, at the end, some explanations on what the different difficulties are, and why I picked number 4. Mostly it's the most, I feel like it's the most standard to, your typical gameplay, both in difficulty and rules, and we'll cover that later. And like I said, after my playthrough, we will have a review at the end. Feel free to skip ahead if you like. And of course, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Everything I'm doing here, I am, buying my own games. I am, publishing and editing, and not publishing, I'm editing and uploading the videos and everything myself. So every little, like and subscribe will help. And again, thanks for watching. I'm doing this for fun. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to share awesome games with you guys. So let's begin. All right, down on the board here, we have main player board. Each player is going to get one of these large boards. 6 little scuba diving figures, which I'm going to have at the top here. I did have to zoom out enough to kind of keep the main board in focus, so it'll be a little difficult to see absolutely everything on here, but I'll show you more closely things as they pop up. We have the achievement deck, achievement board over on the side here, as well as the AI-related cards that show how they score and stuff, and an AI card deck, which we'll be randomly drawing from throughout the game. So, now, before we start, there are some, excuse me, there are some pre-printed fish, as well as some eggs and young, and, a young baby fish, the googly eyes, and more eggs and some fish printed on the boards. You'll see that there are, much like if you're familiar with Wingspan, or if you've seen my playthrough of Wingspan also on this channel, you'll see that, the Wingspan is known for its 3 rows, and this time it's been kind of rotated, and we have 3 columns. But it's mostly the same idea. On your turn, you're either going to be playing a fish card, or you're going to be activating one of the rows. And you'll see that when I start it. Each row also has a specific color associated. Some fish, like this one I happen to draw here, has a specific border, which means it can only be played in that row. Also, fish may have a depth, and so this is a new concept to the series, and which is you have to place it in certain parts of the board rather than just the next thing in line, like in Wingspan or Wyrmspan, the dragon-based one. And of course, there's abilities and things to activate as well. We're going to go through 4 different rounds with an achievement that will be scored at the end of each of the first 3 rounds. And the AI is going to be fighting me on that too. So let's start. Let's play a card. I've got a couple of basic cards. I have a slightly different back to start off with. They're usually a good thing to kind of get you going so you have something. I think maybe the smooth cheek lanternfish. I think it's gonna looks like an easy one. It takes 2 cards. Now, this is my hand over in the side here. And in this game, your hand is supposed to be open knowledge and on the table, and that's in the rules. But it's a little confusing as to why. They don't really specify why. Other than, I guess, maybe people can look across the board and see what you might be playing, but honestly, that's not the big deal. So this card is going to cost me 2 cards to play, so I am discarding 2 cards from my hand in order to get these out. The Pale Chimera looks like it's got a nice yellow border here, which gives me some endgame scoring, but I don't need to have that out anytime soon. And maybe I'll get rid of this eel as well. And this has to be placed in either the sun or the kind of shaded sunset zone. So I think I'm going to fill in this area here. Each area, as it gets triggered, will give you different abilities and things as long as there's something in that area. So we're going to play that. This fish does have a when played ability. So when played, I'm going to get 2 eggs, which will have to go on fish, and 2 cards, which are always drawn blindly off the top of the deck. Where I put them doesn't actually matter. This is a good one to continue with this. And so to show that I've done this action, we're going to take one of these scuba divers and we're going to stick it over on the side here. So that's my first action. The AI has a deck of 7 cards. They're always going to have 1 set aside and 6 random ones. So they are going to take the same number of actions as you. And I'll flip it over. So first we have remove a meeple. So the AI only uses their scuba diving meeples as a way to boost their scoring. So they are adding or removing these throughout the game. And then they get a card. Their cards are basically just scored a flat amount based on your difficulty level, in this case 4 points. But if there was everybody gets a thing, whether it's activated or immediate, then I can do that once immediately. So this is a all players can hatch. I am... Sure, we'll do it. So I'm going to hatch and flip over my egg and to get baby fish. And then now these cards are just 4 points for the AI, so we're just going to set that in a pile down here. Nice and simple. All right, back to me. So young are worth 1 point each, so I want to hatch some more fish. Maybe I should get some more eggs out first. I was thinking of the black cardinal fish, because he gives me a free hatch and move, but maybe I want to just get some things out first. So let's play the saddleback butterfly fish, butterfly fish. It's going to cost me 2 cards, and let's put them up here. Yes. Okay, and scuba diver to show I've played a card. Now the AI gets another one. Remove meeple, and they're going to turn... Oh, wait, are they supposed to start with? Yeah, I'm just set up, but I should have... I forget, since last time I played this... Oh yeah, sorry about that. The Otoma does start with 2 eggs and a fish. So they are going to be doing things right away. So we're going to start a pile down here. So first they are going to... This is a very typical card. If they have 3 young, they convert exactly 3 into a school. Now, whenever 3 young are together in a single spot, and you'll see that when I play, they get converted automatically into a school. There can only be 1 school or 1 egg in a single card location, but there can be a number of young. And schools essentially double the point values, because each egg and fish is worth 1 point for me at the end of the game. schools are 6. So he doesn't get a school, but he is going to convert up to 4 eggs into fish, and then gain 2 more. So the AI pretty much just gets a load of fish. They're not going to get the specific points from doing things, really. They get like, you know, they fight me in the goals a little bit. All their cards were 4 points, and then they get just a ton of schools by the end of the game. And whatever they do doesn't actually matter towards the goals. So no matter how much young they have, it doesn't actually count here. Instead, they're going to be looking at which week or round it is and their scoring markers. All right, so with that, let's get back to me. I need some cards before I can play this. So let's do our first run down the column here. So I'm going to take a scuba diver, and I look at the first area. There's no fish in here, so I don't get a card. And then there is a fish in here, so I get a card off the top of the deck. Ooh, it's a humpback anglerfish. Here, I'll hold that up so you guys can see it. And then there is a fish pre-printed, so I get a card. Ooh, pygmy seahorse. He's on the side of the box. And then down here, there is a bonus at the bottom for the first meeple that gets down there. First of your meeples that gets down there. And this is a, looks like fish bones, but it's get a fish back from my discard pile. So let's do, I want to start getting some more stuff up in the sunrise, in the sun zone up here to boost my abilities. All right, so that's my action. AI is going to do nothing, converts up to 4 eggs into fish, younglings, and then get 2 more eggs. Back to me. I want to get some more young, because the conversion is pretty good at the end. Maybe it's time for my black cardinal fish. So this will require me to discard a fish. Bye-bye angler. Pay 2 eggs. Oh no, that's not going to be a good time, because then I can't use his ability. Sorry, take that back. Should we get some more eggs first? I have room for 2, which is not ideal. All right, let's do the seahorse. It's not awesome, but sure, I'm gonna play the pygmy seahorse. So, scuba diver, discard a card, and he's gonna sit up here. All right, AI is gonna place a meeple, increasing their value. So they're gonna score based on the chart here. If it's just young, they're counting as having 4, and then +1's 5. And then they're gonna get a card. There's no bonus for all players, so they just get 4 points. On to me. Now it's gonna be time to get some eggs. So we have a card in this area, so there's 1 egg. Place anywhere. If activated, all players can hatch, so I'm going to do that. Whenever you do an all-player ability, the AI just gets an egg. Then I get another egg. Let's put that one here. Nothing in this zone, but then I get a free egg at the bottom. Okay. AI auto removes a meeple. That makes it easier for me. Convert 3 young into a school. Convert up to 4 eggs into young, and then get 2 more eggs. Ooh, they got a good little stack here. And then on my last turn, I really want to get those young points, so let's do some hatching. So there's a fish in here, so we're going to hatch. If activated, hatch. There's no fish in this zone, no fish in that zone, so we get a free move. So I could combine fish to turn into a school, but then I don't get young points. So I'm going to just move this up and get it ready for later. And that's it for the... Oh, sorry. AI's got one more card. Oh, they got another meeple. All right, convert 3 young into a school, 2 eggs into young, and then get 2 more eggs. That is it for the round. So now we take our round scoring. And we're going to put will and AI. And week 1 achievement. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1 point each. Now, if we played with higher difficulty, or if we just want to modular it, we could use the other side of this board where there is a bonus for whoever has the most. I'm playing this as the friendly side, which, you know, it's up to you. It's up to your choice whether you want to be more friendly or more competitive. And let's see, the AI is going to get, so week 1, young is going to base of 4, plus 1 is 5. So they're also getting 5 points. We are tied right now, although they have a lot more points in schools and stuff. That's it for the round. Reset all of the scuba divers. And reshuffle their decision cards. So now we're on to week 2. And move on. So now we are scoring based on specialty tags. I have 2 right now. I have the smooth cheek lanternfish is a bioluminescent, and then the pygmy seahorse has camouflage. So that's 2 points, possibly at the end of the round. Okay. Human player is always first player whenever we're playing solo. So let us continue here. I should probably get some things hatched and moved. It's probably a good plan. None of these have any bonus symbols. The shark symbol does not work. So the predator symbol, which is a tooth, but this one does have bioluminescence. So maybe getting the humpback anglerfish would be a good plan. So let's see, long-term plan here. Let's play the gray triggerfish. That's going to cost me a card and 2 eggs, and we're going to put them up here. Okay, AI is getting a meeple on the goal. So they have a base of, each of these takes 5, so they're at 6 right now. Whew. Turn 3 young into a school, hatch up to 4, and then get 2 eggs. So they're just constantly generating points. These containers, by the way, do not come with the game, although this container does. That allows you to put cards in there with a lid. But I like to keep my resources organized rather than just dumping them out onto the table. Back to me. Now we're going to draw cards, so 1 off the deck. Ooh, he's got a symbol that we might need. The crocodile fish. Get 1 back from the discard pile, so we're going to take that humpback anglerfish we were looking at earlier. There is a card in the zone now, so we can draw a card. Escalar, when played. So now, see, this one has, when played, place an egg on a fin, and specifically a full-colored in fin, which is large. Just like in Birdspan, instead of the Birdspan, we have the length of the fish, or the Finspan, I guess is the male term, which is shown in the bottom corner. Large fish will have a full-colored in one. Medium will have a partially colored in, and small fish will have a non-colored in one. I should probably start eating things because there are bonuses for eating coming up next round. So eating is when you're playing a fish on top of another fish. The fish you're playing has to be larger than the fish you're covering. So you're essentially eating it. So we're going to continue down here and get a card. There's a hogfish, not a pig. And then 1 back from my discard pile. So let's get my black cardinalfish back. Okay, AI is right. Remove meeple, nice. And then convert 3 into school. So we've got. Let's see how do I best show you guys where he's at. He's got 4 of these now. Ugh. And then convert and get 2 more. I think I did it right. I was holding them in my hand. I can't remember. Someone can let me know if I accidentally threw some mac earlier or not. Okay, I need to get more fish at. The humpback anglerfish eats the young, but he gives me symbols. Oh, and played. Get an egg in each of my bottom cards. So that's cards, so the bottom arrow, cards in the very bottom row. Which he would be the only one right now. So maybe it's not best to play him yet. The hogfish essentially gets his cost back. But I have fish all up here already, so that's not a big deal. He could eat this one. That could be good. So why don't we do that? Let's discard. Oh, but he's got no symbols. Maybe I should play something with symbols. Crocodile fish. I don't have the eggs for it. Okay, let's do this one. So this is going to cost me 1, 2 fish and a young. And we're going to eat this guy for those points at the end. When played, I can get 2 cards back. I'm just going to take the same ones back. And move. So we're going to move. This is now forms a school, which doubles their points. Scuba diver. Okay. AI is adding a meeple. Getting a card. Nope, no bonus. On to me. I need to get more symbols out. I have one. I still only have the 2 symbols. 4. It's a good thing I'm not competing with him. Okay, and what do I want? Too young? I don't even have too young anymore. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should have played him first. So played hatch. Maybe we should do this. All right, so let's make some eggs. So there's a fish in here, so there's 1 egg. If played, all players can hatch. So that's free egg for the AI. And then another egg. Nothing. And then another egg. Okay. All right. Next we have remove a meeple. Cannot make a school. Converts all these eggs. And then gets 2 more eggs. All right. I'm running out of time here to get what I need done. So how are we going to do it? I got 2. I could play this. I could play both of these. That would be fine. All right, so we're going to play this guy. He's going to cost me 2 young. And we're going to go ahead and place it. I would love to eat something, but if I place it in the bottom, he's going to get a free egg. So might as well put him down here so I can generate more eggs. And an egg on each bottom thing, and for each player. So the AI gets an egg. All right, on to their turn. They get a meeple back. They get a card. All right. And lastly, I think we could play the crocodile fish now. Would get me 1 more symbol for 1, 2, 3, 4 symbols for 4 points. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. So let's play another card. Get rid of 2 eggs. And discard a card. And he's going in the sunny area. It doesn't really matter. Put him there. Alright. Last card for AI. He converts up to 4 eggs into young. Gets 2 more eggs. Oh boy, he's got a stack. Definitely not getting good combos this game. Alright, that's the end of the round. Now we do scoring. So each of those tags, we are at 5, 6 tags for the AI, which is frankly a lot. I've rarely had that many tags in any game. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? 1, 2, 4 tags for me. Fantastic. Losing already. Pretty typical from my channel for me to lose all my playthroughs. Alright, let's do some resetting here. And now we are looking at consumed fish, which I've only done once, so that's not looking good for me. I don't think the AI does consume fish. Well, week 3, no, there's no consumed fish. So that's whatever fish I can consume is points I have over the AI. That's ideal. Okay, can't do him yet. Can't do anything back. So let's start getting some cards. Need more options. Draw cards. Abyssal anglerfish. Well, he would have been good earlier. He's got a token. And 3 points of no tokens on him. Okay. And I get a card back. Ooh, Atlantic Bonito. Only needs to eat something. That's nice. He's in the sun. Ooh, he's the same size as this guy. Oh no. I gotta place something else on top of him. Alright, and let's also take... I mean, if I can get the Pale Chimera organized, that could be 12 points. So I'll take... Oh, sorry. No, I only get the one there. I'm thinking ahead. Draw a card. Draw another card. And now get my Pale Chimera. Alright. Get a meeple. Oh, I guess they will score still. Potentially of meeples. Convert 3 of these into another school. And then they get 2 eggs. Oh, sorry. Convert the eggs, and then they get 2 eggs. Okay, what is the best? Could get an egg on each purple. That could be nice. I do need to eat some stuff, though, is the problem. How do I eat more stuff in the sun? I could play... I'd have to double eat, so I'd have to play something like... Oh, you know what? This could be good. Okay, I'm going to play the long spine porcupine fish. So he's using an egg. He's going to discard 2 cards. And he is going to go up. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh, he's going to eat the pygmy seahorse. He was only worth 1 point anyways, so that's fine. And when played, he gets an egg on each medium-sized fish, which is a fair amount. So 1... Oh wait, what eggs did I eat from him? I think I ate this one. I'll use this one instead. So egg, 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 egg. Okay, that was pretty good. Place another meeple. Get a free card. It's an everybody, so everybody gets to draw cards. Hooray! Atlantic Bluefin Tuna. Okay. On to me. So now I have 2 cards underneath. I can play my Atlantic Bonito. Only needs to eat a fish. And he's bigger. So he's just going to go right on top and be worth 9 points at the end of the game. Nice, nice. Oh, another meeple. Wow. They got all the cards. All players. So I get to draw a card. Little skate is an... Ooh, it's an electric fish. I haven't seen that symbol yet today. And what am I going to do here? I would love to make some more schools for points. I could play... My bluefin is pretty pointy. Let's see, could I get... So the Pelican here, it could be a lot of points, but I have to get an egg, a young, and a school all on him. Which could be a lot, but you know, he's a lot of points, so I'm going to try it. So we're going to spend a little skate, use an egg, and he's going to eat the snowy bristle mouth, so it's more eating. And play that. And convert up to, whoops. Did I flip these over? That was my young pile. So convert up to 4 young babies, sorry, eggs to babies, and then get 2 new eggs. Okay, I'm gonna have to, I think eggs and hatching is probably, oh no, hatching and then eggs. Oh. No, I can get that on here. Oh, that could be good. Okay, we're going to play. I think this might be my tickets. So we're going to play another fish. Discard a card. Discard 2 eggs. And we're going to play him down here. Move. I need 2 moves. Yeah. Here, Big Eye Smoothfish, when played, he gets a egg on each, he puts an egg on each purple. So this will help me do what I need to do. Okay. Alright, AI. Remove Meeple. Sweet. And get a card. And doesn't help everybody. Okay. Excuse me. And then last thing, we're going to run down this aisle. We're going to hatch. We are going to move. Oh, you know what? This isn't the end of the game. I have one more round. What am I talking about? And then move. So he's set. He's done for the end of the game. I thought this was the last round for some reason. So that is it. Gather up my meeples. Oh, sorry. The AI's got one more turn. Remove an AI thing. Convert 3 into a school. So he's at 6 now. Convert eggs. Get 2 more eggs. Boy, that's a lot of points. Alright, so that's the end of the round. AI has week 3, so he's got 2. 2 points. And I have eaten, let's see, 1, 2, where is it? 3. I think that's, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've eaten 4 things. So that's 8 points. That's good. That's going to set me up a little bit. Okay, it's going to reset. So after this, we're going to do all the game end activated abilities, like play a fish into the blue section, so I have to be ready for that. And then all the in-game scoring points. Alright, I have no cards left. Better do something about that. Draw a card. And pick up a card from the discards. So I got the Abyssal Halosaur. When it played, he lets me play another card to the bottom. Which, do I have anybody that would go with that? Oh, I could do the eel or the anglerfish. He's worth 5 points if he has no tokens on him. And he's pretty easy to play. So maybe we'll do that guy. And then draw a new card. Binocular fish. So the game ends, put an egg on each small fish, which it would be 2, 3, 4. Okay. He's only worth 1 on himself, so he'd be worth 6 points technically. Draw another card. Game end to hatch 3 and move. That's only useful if I could make schools with that, unfortunately. And then get a card from discard pile. Oh, man, now I don't know. So get a bunch of cards back. Movement. Hatching and moving could be good. Egg on each large, which I don't really have any. So maybe that black cardinal fish I've had since the beginning could be good. Alright. AI is going to add has no meeples because it's the end of the last round. But they get a card. Add to their pile. This is a good stack of cards here. They're going to score a lot of points there. Okay, so I don't need to specifically eat things anymore. Game and bonuses. Maybe I'll do the game and bonus stuff. So let's do my Abyssal Halosaur. And he gets played just in the depths. So it doesn't actually have to be the bottom. So he's going to... Oh, I don't want to use that. Baby fish. I just worked to get him there. Maybe I won't play him yet. Should probably do more eggs and hatching. If I did eggs, I would get 1 hatch, 2, 3, 4 eggs. That might be a better option. Oh, there's still the black cardinal fish, which has some hatch and move abilities. Yeah, well, let's do that. So we're going to spend 2 eggs and a card. And he's going to go in the shady zone here. And when played, he can hatch 2 and move 1. Okay. AI, remove meeple, fine, whatever. Draw a card. It's not everybody. Okay. That was the card play. So now I want to get some eggs. So 1 egg. Hatch all players, so he gets an egg. This is going to hatch this one, which turns it into a school, doubling its value. And then get another egg. And another egg. And another egg. Okie dokie. Alright, so we are converting up to 4 eggs into young, and then getting 2 more. Okay, so that's good. So far he hasn't been able to make a lot of schools anymore. He's got a ton already. Okay, I'd like to be able to play both of these. I don't know if I can. I don't have a... I would have been nice to hatch over here. Eats a young. And then he could play the bottom. Really want to get the binocular fish out, though. And then the game end, I do get to play a card to blue, so that could be the binocular fish. So let's prepare for him. Let's get some more cards. So card. Card. Ooh, whale shark. So when played, puts an egg on each green. And then another card. Oh, things are getting kind of out of hand here. Sardines! Okay. Oh, okay, they get a meeple. Doesn't matter. Convert 3 young into another. We're going to stacks here. Convert eggs, and then get 2 more eggs. So this pile is getting a lot out of control. If you can see the bottom of the screen here. I have 2 actions left. Ooh, the whale shark eats a whole school, but he's worth 12 points. He puts an egg on each green. Tasty. I wonder how many things I can chain here. The sardine lets me hatch a couple things. me see here. Okay. Sun. We're going to 1, 2. These guys just combo nicely together, though. That. Well, let me play that. I really want this guy out at the end of the game, though. But is he actually more points? I'm not convinced he is. Okay, let's get rid of him. Play the Pacific Sardine. So on played, I get 2 eggs. And I can hatch 2. Hatchoo! You know what? I'm going to hatch these 2. Finish. Could play at the end of the game. I need to get at least a card before we do much else. Okay, alright. That is that. AI is going to do some conversions. So 3 for school. And turn eggs into young, and then get 2 more. Yeah, 2 more eggs. Alright, so last action. I don't have the cards for that. Oh no. I could do both of these, but it's not actually. I don't have the card. I need 1 more card. I don't have a game end draw cards. I do have this game end play a card, so that could be my shark. And he would let me put an egg in each green. So if I load up greens, anglerfish is worth, could be worth 5. And he is small. So this is qualified, this is qualified. That could be the shark. So maybe, was it worth playing? It's for 5, or is it better to make a school? Because I could make 1 more school, but that's 3 points. Alright, so let's play 1 last fish. So we use up an egg. We discard the Abyssal Horror. We play this guy not in green, because I don't want to put eggs in there. But you know what? Let's eat. Might as well. That's an extra point. And that's my last turn. AI is going to do 1 final convert into a school, and then flip more eggs. Sure. Alright. That is the end of the game. I don't need these cards anymore. We are going to do in-game scoring. So first, any kind of special bonus things are going to happen. So I get to do a free play of a card into the blue zone. So I can play my whale shark. And it doesn't really give me benefits to eat anything. So he's just going to sit down here. The blue, and then when played, so he has an all-player ability, so it gives an egg to the AI, and he puts an egg on each thing in the green row. So that's an additional 4. So he just basically just got me 16 points, which is pretty awesome. Alright, then we do scoring. So game end points in yellow. So we have 6 points if he's eaten 2 fish, he has, and 10 points if there's 1 of each on here, and 3 points if there's no tokens on his fish. All good. So we have 10, 16, 19 in-game points. AI gets nothing for that. Points printed on visible fish. So this is where the AI is going to get 4 points per thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 36 points, which is a fair amount, and I have 9, 10, 12, 14, 24, 29, 34, 36, 44, 50, 53, 58, 62. Woof. That's a good round. I don't usually get that high. All right, eggs, 1 point each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for me, and 3 for the AI, because they're scoring the same values of me on this. Oh no, sorry, AI scores half. So 2 is 1, so they get 1 point. I forgot, even on this difficulty level, they get less points for that. Young, they do get 1 point each, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 1, 2, 3 young. Schools, I only have 2. That's going to hurt me, so that's 12 points. And this is, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, so that's 54 points. Consume fish, the AI does not consume. And I have 1, 2, 3, where is it? 4, 5 consumed fish. Okay, now I will do a little bit of math here and get my final score. All right, and we have final score is real close. It's 122 for the AI to 125 for me. Very close. That was closer than I thought it would be, but good, not a bad score overall. So on to my onto my review. All right, so first, since we just finished the game, we're going to focus on the game itself, by itself, and then we'll kind of look at some of the comparisons to some of the other games in the Span series, and we're going to kind of break that down a little bit and discuss why. So, in a box, right? I don't mean this box, but like as a self-contained unit, with the other games aside, I think this game is fantastic. Really, the AI is very easy to manage. It mostly just is a score chaser. I mean, honestly, they could have just gave you a point average and said beat the score, or based on the goals, right? It could have said, sit down, do a bunch of math at the beginning of the game, based on the score, based on the difficulty level and the goals that were placed. You need to achieve this number of points, and so on. That would have been an easy way to do it. Probably would have been less work, honestly. They could have had the target goal just printed like at the bottom of the tiles or on the back of the tiles for solo or something like that. But it's fine. It's easy to manage. It works. Atomic Factory, generally does a pretty good job with their AIs, and this one is pretty good. It is nice that you can adapt it, and we'll get into the solo. We might as well continue on the solo specific. It's nice that you can adapt the difficulty level. I was playing at difficulty 4, which is everything is basically scores the same as you, except they get half points for eggs, and they have no bonus. You're not playing on the competitive side, which is the bonus points for scoring more of something. Which it would have been equal, honestly, because I beat them in some things, they beat me in some things, and we tied for one. So that would have came out in the wash. So it would have been fine. But yeah, the AI is easy to manage. It works well enough. Now there is one extra thing that wasn't added in the AI while we're still just finishing off the solo talk here. I did not play with the variant that adds these depth gauge things, these cards. And so you would grab one randomly at the start of the game, and it would give the AI bonus points based on a chosen difficulty level for each card in a certain area, and then negative points for each cards in a different area, and those areas actually cross. So for example, if I said that I'm going to play at level 4 difficulty, level 3. What are these cards called anyways? Ravel. I don't know what the Ravel mode. I decided to leave them out just because it complicates some scoring and the playthrough a little bit. But if you want to add a challenge, the Ravel cards, for example, I could play difficulty 4 AI with difficulty 3 Ravel, which means that, for example, this card would be the AI would get 3 extra points per fish that you have in green, but lose 1 point per fish in the sun, but not the brackish area. We didn't actually cover brackish. Didn't come up as the very top row. Very top row is considered brackish water, and there's a little stream kind of going through it. So you can add these in. All right, back to the main game review. So while this works out pretty well for solo, for multiplayer, it's pretty heads down multiplayer solitaire. Not much you do interacts with anybody else aside from racing for those goals. You're taking the same number of turns. What you do, like you're on all your own cards and everything is all separate from other people, and nothing you do specifically really changes anything for everybody. There is a little bit of positive interaction with the all players get to do this bonuses, which is nice. There's at least some positive reinforcement, and I prefer positive interaction over negative, but there's just not much of it. There's not much that you do changes what other people do. So as long as you're okay with that type of heads down multiplayer solitaire, then that's great. The components are great. Typically nice, pretty nice linen finish cards. Your typical couple of rule books, one separate one for solo, which is nice from the main rule book. Nice big score pad, double-sided, always good. Player board, everything's clearly laid out. Tokens are okay. It's a bit of a downgrade from Wingspan, for example, because you don't get fancy eggs. You can buy an upgrade pack. I have played with the upgrade pack. Some of my friends own it, and it's okay. They're nice. They're fun. You can't flip things over quite as easily, but it looks maybe a little bit better on your board. But it also adds more cost, so it's not really necessary. And these look maybe a little bit more like the icons because they're the same, shape and everything. But honestly, the upgrade pack is fine. I do find that, however, that the little squishy eggs are pretty rolly. They are kind of flattened slightly on, or less round on two sides. So they're a little bit less likely to go flying off across the table, but it still happens, and they're bouncy, so that doesn't help if you drop one or something. It's going off the table. Other than that, like I said, the little divers are nicer than the cubes and Wingspan. That's a pretty upgraded component typically. All the components here are quite nice. Fits in the standard size box. That's all great. And obviously there's there's lots of room for expansions. There's a nice little card tray with a lid that keeps all your cards in here and organized. Did not come with any component trays, so I kind of had my own little, dollar store containers that keeps things organized. In comparison, I have to address the components a little bit in comparison to some of the other games. While this is a slightly cheaper price point than retail than Wingspan or Wyrmspan, Wingspan does come with a lot more cards, and this is kind of a problem. Finspan has 135 fish cards if you include both the starter cards and the main cards, whereas Wingspan, like baseball, says 170. Right, that's 35 extra cards. That's a fair amount, like a percentage of the deck extra it has. Plus, it's got the fancy eggs. It's got component trays. It's got the little bird feeder. So overall, Wingspan is kind of cheaping out. Honestly, it should have included the upgraded components in the box for the price, or at least more cards. They really should have, but I understand that publishing and stuff is a little more expensive now than it used to be. So it's a trade-off. Also, in comparison to the other games, Finspan I find takes a lot more space for your player boards, and partially because of the height of the player board makes it really difficult to play with more players. Like on this table here, it's not a big table. I have to stagger just to play 2 players. And I've played on an even larger table, but at 4 players, and we were all interlocking just to fit our boards on the table. So it's a little, bit obnoxiously large. But I get that you had to fit the cards in. Maybe didn't need quite as much space on the top and everything, but, it's a relaxed fit, but it fits. So you just be aware that you do need a fair amount of space for this game, and the boards are necessary too, so you do need that. In comparison again to the other games, I do like the spatial element is more important here, and I find this is a plus over Wyrmspan and Wingspan. As well as just as a game, I like games with a bit of a spatial element, spatial puzzle. And this is fun because you are, not only do this place matter, you're not just building the next thing in line, but where they are specifically placed around your board is going to increase your capacity to get more eggs or get more cards or things like that. And so, those matter. There are some cards that are restricted to certain areas. I didn't see many of them in this game, but that's fine. Cards that will only be in the depth and so on. It does mean that there is a bit of a luck issue if you are just top decking cards. Like the last game I played, the player I was playing with did not draw hardly anything that went into the lower regions, and so was just like for the first couple of rounds of the game was just stuck with a very limited amount of space up at the top. And that was kind of painful in her experience and her engine building. But, I do like that there is reason to put things in different places, as well as the fish. So, like the young, the fact there can only be 1 egg per spot means that you have to be careful with egg placement when you're spending and placing. Schools, one per spot, so they do get in the way. And you don't always necessarily want to make schools depending on the scoring. And then, of course, the small fish you have to gather together into schools. So that extra layer element on top is really interesting. And I do like that part. It's not super complicated, but it is a fun twist. And, of course, there are lots of different goals, and these are double-sided. So there's a ton of different goals each game, and the order to come out is different, much like Wingspan. So I find that sets us apart quite a lot. Now on to, I will say, just like Wingspan, the fish are all unique cards, and they're all real fish with real facts. And it is very cool to see a good variety of fish types, not all just from one region of the world, but from kind of all over. It's like a greatest hits of fish. And obviously there's millions of fish in the sea, so there's plenty of room for expansions, if there is expansions. I don't want to see a whole lot more mechanisms, but more fish is always nice, considering, again, the deck is a little smaller. So, summing up, I do enjoy this game quite a lot. I think for a lot of people, Wingspan is still going to be their favorite. I know certainly among my friends, some are selling their copies of Finspan. I'm keeping mine because I like the spatial puzzle a little more. I had a little harder time with the random resource gathering of the what's called the bird tower in Wingspan. That bothered me slightly because you can kind of get stuck. But there was a release valve for that. Spend 2 to get 1. However, on this side, not having an open market means that you have your less ability to hone in on specific cards you want. So that is a bit of it can be challenging. You're more driven by luck of the card draw here, but at the same time, Wingspan a different type of luck with the resources and with looking for very specific card types for endgame scoring. Things like, you know, birds with a color in their name. You know, there's some very specific things that were a little bit challenging. So they both offer a fair amount of luck, and they're both different in their ways. So I think they're, if you like Wingspan, you will also, I believe, like Finspan. Maybe not as much, maybe more. I think it depends on the person. Obviously, fish and birds are both very relatable and palatable. Wyrmspan, which is the dragon one, is totally make-up baloney. There is, like in terms of the dragons themselves, there is a literal, like, you know, glossary of dragon facts that are totally made up, and because of that, nobody cares. They don't belong to any existing IP or anything like that, intellectual property. And so everyone I've talked to have seen that has completely written it off as nonsense, and or even straight up dislikes the fact that they try to shoehorn in dragon facts, which don't make sense. It could have been colors and numbers and literally anything. The art is still pretty though. Wyrmspan is still a more gamery game if you want more comboing and special abilities and being able to squeeze out extra actions and things through using the silver tokens. Wyrmspan is the way to go, and for that I prefer Wyrmspan more, but I think Finspan is a more approachable experience as well, and overall as a package I think I'd like it better. Maybe if Wyrmspan was like Bugspan or something, maybe they'll like better. And in fact, I would love to see a Bugspan that is maybe more complicated than either of those. Also, another recommendations, if you do like this game series, take a look at Earth. I do have a playthrough on the channel as well, which has a similar feel of this tableau building experience. It is a lot of fun, a lot more interesting. Sorry, not more, but it is interesting in different ways. And I think you could, if you like this type of engine building, you may also want to look at, if you want on the heavier side, something like Evenfall would be another good example. You know, that is, you know, a little heavier than this, but is got some more interesting twists. So that's it for there. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm here. I'm back. We're going to play some games. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specifically you want to see. And we're going to have a top 10 of the year coming up. So thanks again. We'll see you next time.